It's not a podcast.
It's a GarCast.
And this is the world according to Gar.
Try to snap. Come on, Dan Bob, you can do it. Hello and welcome to the world according to Gar. You are listening to GarCast episode number 304, or as Mike likes to say, season 2, episode 4. I am Gar. With me, as always, is the Garfather.
Yeah, this is cool. I don't know if anybody else can hear anything different, but I can.
It's new. We have made a major step. We had a lot of angry mobsters in the Gar community, very upset about our lost show, the show we did not record, and we're making moves here. We're trying a new platform. It's called Riverside. It connects right into Spotify, that podcaster network. So I should be able to just download this in, and I will not have to edit anymore. I won't have to save copies. This will be all in the cloud, and if I'm on a trip, I could do this from my Tesla while I'm thumb wrestling with the wife.
Yeah.
Or if we're all remote, we can do it that way. So I'm very excited about this, and we have some nice editing tools. I think stuff that we didn't have, because Discord was really just for chat, right? It wasn't really intended to be a podcasting recording studio. So anyway, all that said, here we are.
I love the look. Visually, for me, it's great. I don't like how this guy, Dennis Bosco, he's very formal. I don't know who that is, but he's always been on my left when we're recording. Now he's on the right, so I'm kind of thrown where I'm looking.
For me, he's in the middle.
But you are in the middle, which seems correct.
Okay. He's not in my middle.
All right.
He's my middle. I'm not the middle here.
I wonder what the viewers will see. The listeners.
Bob sandwich.
Yeah, please don't use the name Dennis Bosco next time. You want to edit that now before this goes live.
I should have done that.
Too late. Oh, well, let me introduce our special guest this week. He is, and on time, Den Bob.
Hello, and thanks for having me.
Wonderful to see you. How are you?
I'm doing great now.
Excellent, excellent.
I mean,
Mike's
this is going to be real live, no editing.
Oh, even better. Look, he changed it to special guest. Wait, you got a subtitle on that? That's pretty sweet.
A little subtitle.
I like that. Mike, I think your mic went, or did you not talk?
There I am. Sorry, I like that, and that should always be there. Next time, maybe Den Bob, special guest. But anyway, it's great. Special guest looks cool.
Work on that, my friend.
This is good stuff, Gar. This is episode 2, so season 2, so it's appropriate that we make some changes.
Yeah, I should have done this a couple weeks ago, huh?
I do like how the special guest is going with kind of an A.J. Hawk-like background, like a bookshelf or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
Minimalist office. Yep.
I think that is your best background that you've ever had.
No, change. That's what we're doing. We're improving and making things better.
I'm not getting rid of my forest scarf.
The GarCast background is beer cans that I imported myself. I don't know if you guys see that.
I do.
It'll be.
I see it.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be seen on the recording that we put up to Spotify, but
you're making me thirsty.
It's nice, isn't it? It's delicious looking. I
I
see a
guess.
little Foster's down there. There's a pill. Is that Pilsner?
The Natty Light is right above your head, which is amazing.
Oh yeah, it is Natty Light.
And the champagne of beers right next to it.
Budweiser top left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Great to see everybody on this beautiful spring day.
Gorgeous. This run of weather that I brought back from Florida. You're all welcome.
Dude, you killed it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. It was fun doing an episode from the Gulf of America with you last week, but happy to be back in my chair.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Because I'm going to forget again. There's 2 things we can't forget today, and that's why I wrote them in the announcement. We haven't read an email in like 3 weeks, so we'll do that. I don't want to do that first, but I'm just saying it so you guys can make sure with me that we do that.
We have a sponsor for this week's email listener feedback section, so that's good news.
We had a sponsor?
We have a sponsor.
Go
Goodyear
ahead.
is sponsoring
Please
us this year.
announce our sponsors.
It's Goodyear. We'll play their commercial right before we made a deal with them. We're going to play their commercial right before
the emails.
into the emails. Yeah.
This is Season 2, we have sponsors. This is freaking amazing.
Oh, taking off.
Freaking amazing.
Oh, my
The
God.
other thing was, one of our listeners reached out to me through third-party channels. The episode before we didn't have an episode, so episode 2, season 2,
Yep.
I had mentioned how much I hate proms and that the junior prom was coming up the next day.
Nice.
There was never a report back on the prom.
I saw the picture. She looked wonderful.
So listeners are dying to know, and there's even a lot that you guys don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
the only
boy.
thing we know is that you're still alive. And we were only
And-
able to assume that.
Yeah,
And there were no serial killers or murders in the Floral Park area, which is good.
but apparently there's one in Massachusetts. I don't know if anybody saw my post last night.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So the junior prom. What I failed to tell you before, we talked about my hate for the prom and all that stuff. I don't think I told you what my added stress was. That, I know Bosco's going to be very disappointed in me. 'Cause this goes against all that he believes in. Goes along in line, I believe, with what Gar believes in. Back to the Basement of Sin days.
Oh.
So, I think I mentioned Riley runs with, let's say the big crowd, her age group, right? So I mentioned we would go into a pre-prom party, I think with like 47 kids and whatever. The after prom thing, which Ryan did do junior and senior year, but I had nothing to do with, and I said, Nancy, if you think this is fine, go ahead. Riley somehow I do anything for Riley. She's a leader like me, I think, so she likes to take the reins of things and always claims that no one else will do it, and I'll say somebody else will do it, and then they don't do it, and then, God, we got to do it, and then eventually, next thing you know, I am reserving a karaoke place in Manhattan and and a bus.
Oh, you reserved all this.
Well, convinced my brother-in-law, who has a son, Riley's cousin, the same age, to handle the bus, and I handled the karaoke joint.
Oh.
Wasn't comfortable about it at all. Didn't really sleep for the week leading up to the prom because I kept having bad thoughts about things that could happen. I will say, dealing with the Koreans in Koreatown, very easy. They don't like to speak to people. It was all electronic.
My kind of people.
All via email. Yeah, my kind of people too. My inquiries about size of room. Here's the part that Bosco's not going to like. Top shelf or bottom shelf packages. So, yeah. Anyway, reservation was made without speaking to anyone. Gave them a credit card only to hold the room, not to be used. Told them we'd be paying in cash. So yeah, so there was all that. I don't know. Police ever listened to this? I think we're clear now. So there was collecting of money. I did not want Venmo. I did not want anything traceable. So there was lots of cash drops-offs in mailboxes. Various places from 47 people. 46. One of them lives here.
You had a list and a check off if they paid.
Yeah. And Riley was very good. Riley was very good at that. She tracked all that
So
crap.
she did all that. She had the spreadsheet.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, okay.
So, and the bus was arranged by my brother-in-law. So now I'm like, all right, we're getting, and you guys talked to me 2 days before. It was high stress. So I'm like, I emailed the lovely Korean woman a couple days before. I was like, by the way, I'm not going to be there. The actual host of the event will be my daughter. No problem. We put her as the host. Okay, that was easy. That's it, So, okay, great. 2 hours, the whole thing. So now I'm like, now I got to give Riley this money. So that Friday, I go to the bank and switch everything to hundreds. Significant amount of money. We'll just say that, right? I did have two. She has two cousins that are the same age, two boys. So I spoke to them at the pre-party. I'm like, listen, Riley's gonna have this cash. They're very responsible. We got no problem. All right, whatever. Pre-prom party's fine, great. They go to the prom, which was at a local catering hall. So my brother-in-law's like, the bus is going to be at the Belrose train station. It's leaving at 10:15, whatever it is. So he's like, you and I will go there and make sure there's no tomfoolery. The right people are getting on the bus. We get there early. The bus driver was real cool. He knew what was up. He's like, I've done this before. I'm a chaplain for the Army. Listen, there's no coolers on the bus. No, I'm like, good. No, we don't want any of that. Nothing on the bus. But, he's like, I'll be close. I'll be a few blocks away. We exchanged phone numbers with him and my two basically nephews and her. We made sure everybody get on the bus. Send them on their way. So we go to a local bar just to kind of cool off while we're like tracking them as they go. She calls me. She's like, we're here. I'm like, all right, great. We're going in. All right, good. She texts me. She's like, so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so didn't get in. I'm like, all right, we talked about this. Like, I don't know, all right, but, they're all, the rest of us are getting in. Like, okay, before I could even say, like, what you should do, all of a sudden she's like, Dad, all of a sudden they're telling us we're out. We can't have this party. We have to go.
After they got the money?
No.
Okay.
No. So,
Well, they had the credit card.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, this all happened so quick. I'm texting with her. Boom, I get a text message from the place.
Oh.
Your reservation has been canceled.
Wow.
Boom, I get an email from the place. Your reservation has been canceled. I had nothing from my Amex, no charges, whatever. I'm like, Riley, what's going on? She's like, I don't know. She's like, most of us were in, but a couple people weren't. And then they were just like, forget it. You guys have to go. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, you know what? I got those texts and those emails. I was kind of relieved because I'm like, good.
Get back on the bus.
Clean.
You got to come home.
Warned you that this would be an issue. Called the bus driver. He's like, no problem. I'm 3 blocks away. I'll be right there. Cool. I'm actually like getting more relaxed at this point.
Right. As long as they all get on the bus.
Right.
You're happy.
Everybody gets on the bus. Dad, what should we do?
Come home.
Should we go to this bar in Bayside? We got to do something. I'm like, you know what? I call Nancy real quick. And I'm like, Riley, and we call the bus driver, come to our house. Yes. Got to do something for these kids.
I love it. No.
Gotta do
I'm
something.
on board. I'm on board
Right?
with it.
And at this
I
point,
like it.
I'm totally relaxed. The most relaxed I've been in a week. Because they're coming home. I know where they're going to be. They're going to be safe.
I get it.
I know my house can hold 47 people. We've had ragers, like adult ragers here with 100. So now this is like 11:45, 12 o'clock, midnight, right? They're heading back.
Whew.
Nancy's like, holy shit. All right. No, that's the right thing to do. Gerard and I get in his car. We hit 7-Eleven, loaded up on beverages, non-alcoholic and alcoholic. Domino's. We brought that home. And Nancy's like, order Domino's. We drove to Domino's. I was in Domino's at 1:30 in the morning.
Oh.
I watched them make like 10 pies for us. Brought that back. I got here. I wasn't here. The bus pulled up in front of my house. 47 kids got off.
Jeez.
But they were in the basement. They were down here. I know every one of the kids. Like, maybe not all the boys as much, but my brother-in-law knows all them.
That's comforting, isn't it?
Yeah. And nobody was out of control. Nancy and I went upstairs. I eventually fell asleep. I had
Did
to be
they
like a
sing?
swim meet the next day.
Did they
What's
sing
that?
karaoke down there?
You fell asleep?
Yeah.
You're
But I
like
knew-
the Gar.
I knew
You just
Nancy
go to
would be.
sleep.
Nancy was in charge.
I was thinking the noise would prohibit.
No, it was all right. Listen, I came down, so I fall asleep. I come down at 7:30 in the morning to go officiate a swim meet. Place was spotless.
Wow.
The only thing I found when I was leaving,
A bra?
I went out the back door. No, there was random slices of Velveeta cheese
Huh.
in my yard and stuck to some of my windows. Apparently, it was uncovered later that the seniors found out they were here and came by and were throwing cheese at some of the kids when they were leaving. But, I mean, much better than eggs.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, jeez.
So, Nancy was like, she drove a whole
egg.
bunch of... Everybody... By 3:30 in the morning, my house was empty, apparently. And
Wow.
the kids helped clean up.
Absolute victory.
Absolute
Bravo.
victory.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Now you've set the precedent. They're going to ask to do this again.
Well, I said, I saw some of the parents, like, got some thank yous. I'm like, junior prom was me. I'm out.
Who's got senior?
And we did, because the karaoke thing was expensive.
What were the particulars
I paid for
of
the
that?
Domino's.
Why did they cancel it?
I'm not asking.
Oh, you didn't? So you never really found out?
I'm not, I got the cancellation out. Riley was like, it looked like they had another party, maybe another prom there before them that got out of hand. And then I think when they saw some kids with some fakakta IDs, maybe they got raided recently. Who the hell knows? They turned kids, weren't letting people in for IDs. And then they were just like, forget this. I don't know. I'm never going to know. I'm not going to call this place.
Don't need to know. You
Nope.
didn't get charged.
Clean
You
break.
charged card, and they didn't take your cash.
It never happened.
Right.
Except if you listen to the GarCast. But I didn't name the place. But, and then, so now I'm like, you know what? This is crazy. Like, I got to return some money. I'm an honest fellow. So, just basically, whatever I spent at 7-Eleven and Domino's, divided it by 47, and then, but now I got to return cash. So Riley's like, I'll just bring it all to school. I'm like, no. Like, it was a lot of money. So I went to the bank. I changed it all back to 20s. And then I made 47 envelopes of cash. Again, I didn't want Venmo transactions.
Damn.
And then the first day I pull up to school, I know a lot of Riley's friends. It looked like I was dealing drugs. Kids were running over my car. I was handing out envelopes.
47 envelopes. It was like a full box of envelopes that you buy at CVS.
Actually, I did. And it's so funny because I remember when I needed an envelope and I went to Staples last year, and the girl was like, "Well, there's a box of 100 on sale."
Oh.
Luckily, I bought it, and they have the sticky. You don't have to lick them.
Oh, dude, I only buy the sticky.
Beautiful.
now.
Oh yeah.
Look at
I don't think
those.
They make licky anymore.
Yeah.
That's one of the disadvantages of not going into the office anymore was
Stealing that shit.
be able to get envelopes,
Yeah.
all the time from work.
So that was the story. It was for those who care. It was.
Oh,
it all
yeah.
ended up great. It all
That's
ended up great.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad you had Basement of Sin.
We had a basement of sin. Yeah. And
What
the
do I-
the cleaning lady's coming today that we have, and we've never actually had her do the basement before, and she's gonna clean it today.
Was that the smell maybe yesterday that was in your house? Was it coming from the basement?
Could have been. Yeah, there was something going on. I don't know. No, I don't
Like,
know.
and I did a test run on here.
No, I think the dog. We determined the
Getting
dog
report.
may have vomited behind the couch. We did a thorough cleaning last night, and the cleaning lady's coming today.
You're like Christina. You clean for the cleaning lady.
Anyway, that's my story. Sorry, I just had to make sure I got that in. It's
Thank
wild.
you.
Oh, great story. That's amazing.
I can't believe you kept that bottled up for this long.
Yeah.
I forgot about it on the beach. Put it out. You know what it was like? It was so stress free. Like it didn't. It was such a positive that it didn't. After a week off, it didn't come to me. I kind of forgot about it. So anyway,
Handled excellently. It was, and it really worked out for the best. That's
I
awesome.
think so. Not that I would ever have said, "Hey, this is what we're doing after the prom." Like, you know what I'm not. No way. No way. No way. But in the end, all good.
Maria and her friends and the guy friends are going to Montauk for after their prom, and I think they're planning on staying out there for a couple of nights.
Where are they staying?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I haven't asked. Christine took care of it.
Okay.
Maria-
Oh, as long as she knows. Okay.
Maria paid, but I think the boys couldn't get their parents to sign off on their room because they didn't trust them. So my guess is we're probably gonna get a call that first night. that
Oh,
they're
so we're
getting
talking like
at
a hotel
Yeah,
situation?
staying at a hotel.
See, that makes me nervous, just like the karaoke joint.
So I do not want to be the one that has to drive to Montauk that night and pick them up.
No, I mean,
I did want to ask, and I haven't. I want to ask Christine, who's on call for when we get the call.
I wish I knew somebody that owned a family property out there that might rent it to you.
I don't know these boys. I know the girls. I would trust the girls 100%. I would.
Yeah.
Not. I don't know the boys. I just never really knew their
No,
boyfriends.
this is, and that's, whenever they're going somewhere else, way far away from you, and I don't know, that scares me.
Montauk
Yeah,
is
the
far.
friends of friends. When you get the twice removed friends,
Mm-hmm.
strange things happen. And when we had, not that it's anywhere close to what you guys are going through, but when we did the tailgate for Christopher, and I was really just an attendee, but because the other parents that we did it with, they were like professional tailgaters. And, Chris's friends were great, and his, they were all great, and even their friends of friends were great. But then once you got to the second removed, they were these meatheads.
I think you told us the story on the show, right?
Uh,
Of some of the meatheads that came by.
Yeah, the urinating between the cars.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it was my car.
So you videotaped the whole thing then?
It was no. So I get it, and you're not going to sign off on those meatheads.
Yeah, like now you got me worrying, God. What the hell is Riley going to try to do next year? It'll probably be like, oh, we're all going.
They may try to get your house in Montauk.
Well, that's not going to happen. Don't worry about it.
They may try. I didn't say they were going to. I said they might try. I think they might. I think they will try.
I would try.
She's gonna be like, I have a house in Montauk. Let's just go there.
Oh yeah,
guys.
that's easily left off. Like Ryan wasn't part of the big group like Riley's in, so. But I remember that like they all like that whole big group. It was like they all got on a bus. Like let's say 50 of them went to the Poconos. It's like a rental house without adults. I'm like, what are you fucking nuts?
Whoa.
So I know Riley's gonna try to pull some shit like that, and I'm gonna be like, no. You know, like Ryan just went. It was like small group, maybe 6 of them. Her friend has a house in Southold, and I know the parents very well. And they're like, they're just gonna the van, the party bus, little bus is gonna take them there, and they're gonna spend 2 days. Pat's like, I got cameras all over the place. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's scary. These kids getting big on us. So we'll see. Again, like I said, I'm not worried about Maria and her friends.
No, Maria's a good kid. It's just right. The tomfoolery that could happen.
Get wrapped up in it, right?
I will say, Riley was like, Dad, I never want to have a party again. It's so much stress. I was so worried something was going to happen. I'm like, great.
Yeah, you've done your job as a dad.
I guess.
You have officially made a worried child.
I guess. So what else? What's going on with you?
Oh my God, what is going on with me? I don't even know. It was a beautiful weekend, right? I did some work around the house. I cut the grass for the first time.
Hey!
The lawn was amazing.
Party on.
Weather's been good.
It has.
Yeah, so no, things are well. Maria, we're trying to find her a roommate, or she's trying to find a roommate for college now. We had a potential in Floral Park.
You threw a name at me. I know the family. So does Mike. Knows the dad. He's a infrequent but more frequent than me bag tosser.
Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know where Maria is on that with roommate selections.
Yeah, listen, I don't know how good of a roommate the girl could be. She could be the worst person in the world to live with. I mean, that's the same with anybody she's going to try.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot.
Wow, he turned the camera off.
Ooh, he's very savvy on this new app.
He's very savvy. He's learning it quick. He's a smart guy.
He's very good. Very tech savvy. So good luck to Maria. Ryan got good news that she, for next year, you've been through it with your guys, like, there's a whole, and I'm sure Bosco's been through it, like, we want to get she has a roommate now, but hey, we want to move to this other building next year and get a suite. So it's like, where are we on the priority list? And apparently, like, the more credits somebody in the group has, the higher priority you get to pick a room. That's what she told me.
What's a credit? Like,
like your credits in school. Like,
oh, really?
So the more credits you have already accrued, you're higher on the list to pick your room.
Huh.
So the one girl, I think, has a lot, came in with a lot of AP and stuff. They were like, we should be good. And they got what they wanted. So she's going to be in a suite next year in one of the other buildings.
It's so much better. That Maria most likely will be in a suite style, but they're really not suites. It's like what Anthony lived in, where they have 4 kids in one small room and then another small room,
right?
For like a meeting area that they can all hang out in, and a private bathroom for the 4 of them. How long does Cortland offer housing for? Is it kids typically stay on for 2 years?
Yeah.
And then she's gonna have to find a place off campus.
Yeah, I mean, for her, they already have like these established swim houses that can pass down from generation to generation. So,
what about Chris for next year? Is he going to be on campus, or is he moving off?
No, so that was back in October.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like,
wait, he was there for a month and he knew what was going on the next year.
It was ridiculous. The pressure to find a new place was ridiculous.
That was for like any freshman?
All of them, yeah.
By October?
You could have stayed on campus.
Right.
Like
Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, they kick you off after your first year.
But to get the premier apartment,
it's weird.
To get the premier apartment, they book up fast. So it had to be a bang bang, get a new roommate, decide who you're going to live with, and it's pretty funny. So for his second year, it's 2 friends from Smithtown who he went to Penn State with. So it's pretty fun, and who he's been friends with. Some of them since second grade. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the thing with those, like at Penn State, even though it's a big college in a small town, so the housing is probably not. There's probably not a lot of housing for those kids to move into, right? So they got to move fast if they're going off campus.
That's the farther
Blacksburg was like that.
The longer you wait, the farther away you are. The farther away / more expensive.
Yeah.
I like the 2 years on campus. I think it's
I
cool.
would have preferred that, but
Yeah.
Like even for me, it was like I liked living off campus, but like my 2 years on campus were like awesome, like that. I don't know. Just it's like being away at camp a little bit. Like it's cool.
Yeah.
Being in a whole building with a whole bunch of other people and chicks.
Yes, but now that we have daughters, well, some of us
not me.
keep the
Off
boys
campus.
away.
Hey,
Keep
listen,
the freaking boys
I
away.
liked where Ryan ended up living on that like basement floor because there's only one wing and it's all girls. So
That's
she doesn't even
awesome.
cross paths with the boys that I know of.
Yeah, I don't even know how the co-ed situations are in these dorms. I don't know if it's like per floor or I guess everyone's different, right? So,
Depends on the building, I guess.
And now, do they have their own trans floors now and stuff like that? Is
I
this
thought
where we're headed, or
I thought we got rid of
who's
trans.
there?
Thought that was gone.
I
They're
thought,
not
yeah, I
gone.
thought Trump got rid of that.
We just don't talk about it, but they're not gone.
Excellent. I like that. I like that. Lots. No, I don't think. I mean, there probably is at some schools, for God's sakes.
I'm sure. Smithtown, they got rid of the trans bathrooms, I think, didn't they?
Hey, way to go, Smithtown. Where? In West. East probably didn't. They like those.
I don't know what they're doing in East. I know West, they were
I think
removing
East, they've just
them.
they pee wherever they are. Whenever they have to go to the bathroom, they just pee.
Between two cars.
Yeah, just whatever. At your desk.
I
whatever
think, by the way,
whatever works.
I think Zoda's daughter, from what I've heard, is going to be going to Alabama.
There's the big announcement by Zoda on the Discord. The hell?
He doesn't come on the Discord. Remember when he did the fantasy soccer, football for that one season?
Yeah.
And never updated his team and came in dead last.
It was awesome. It was a
That
thrill.
was amazing.
All right, well, if she's going to Alabama, good job, Zoda. Another kid falling for the big Southern charm of these big schools down there.
Yeah, his middle guy went there as well, so
Oh, I did not know that.
they're big Bama fans now. What's going on in soccer? I mean, I know Den Bob's dying to know how Forrest did this weekend and what's going on in the standings.
Yeah, we'll do a quick update. I won't take up too much time, but big win by Forest on Monday. I did head into the city.
Oh, I saw that.
I actually made the Nottingham Forest New York City fan club site. Did you see that?
Saw that, yes. Are they going to listen now? Did you tell them about the GarCast?
I didn't.
I
But
think
maybe
they know
they'll see.
about the GarCast,
Maybe
but I
if
don't know
you
if they listen.
if you start putting it on social media again, now that they're following me, and then I send it back out with a couple Forest tags. There's a where there's a will, there's a way. Just saying.
Interesting looking group of characters.
Yeah, so I brought my nephew Liam, his girlfriend Bridget, and my niece Bridget. We were talking on Easter, and they were like, "Yeah, we're off this week. We're going to Florida." I was like, "And my other nephew Kieran, who works in the city." So, kind of spur of the moment, took the train in Smithfield Hall. Well, it's not a big crowd because it was a Monday, but then there was a season ticket holder from Nottingham that we became friends with. He was awesome. He actually gave us his number. He's like, "The next time you're in Nottingham, you got to call me." He'll be at Wembley this weekend, and the guy in the red shirt next to me in the photo, he was nuts. He was from Nottingham. I could barely understand him, and he loved us.
Is that the one where he didn't put his arm around you? It kind of like went across.
Yeah, he was
put
like,
his arm around the person
Yeah.
in front of him
Yeah, it was
or
great.
in front of you. Yeah.
So wild crew, with big 2-1 win over Spurs. So we were in third again. Now we're in fourth, but 4 more games left.
And
Let's
it's
go.
top 3, right? Is like the ultimate prize.
No,
I mean,
top 5.
it's top 5. Okay. All right. Good. And I get him into the Champions League or whatever it is next
Yeah,
year.
let's not talk about too much around Bosco.
No, I
Seriously.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
4 games. Can't
for
wait
many,
to beat 4
for
games.
his own good and for our own good. Yeah, it'll be sad when it's over, but it'll be back in August.
In other sports, the Rangers have fired Laviette.
I heard they re-signed, extended the contract of their GM,
Yes, they did. Is it Drury? Is that who it is?
Chris Drury. Yes.
So he was extended. I must be doing a fabulous job.
Well, he did win the President's Trophy
2
last
years
year.
ago. Yes.
So whatever.
And then the Islanders made some headlines that they fired Lou. So Lou Lamoriello is gone.
Bosco was very happy about that.
Goodbye.
It's funny when you do look
you
back.
for your
He
service.
really did do a lot for the organization when he first came in. They were the laughing stock. They lost Tavares. But he came in. He brought Trotz in, and we had a really good run for a while. But he wasn't able to keep that up
We
over the
did
last
not have
couple
a
of
really
years.
good
Obviously,
run. We
right.
made it to the playoffs.
You ran.
Two out of
the
last
conference
4 years.
finals twice. Trotz, I mean, and they turned this team around. They got a new stadium. people respect us
the new
more.
stadium was a waste. They should have stayed at the Nassau College.
Oh.
Come on.
You see that? They were trying to get a casino there, and now I think I just saw this morning another casino pulled out.
So
can't do
I heard
anything.
Bruce Blakeman. I heard I listened to his weekly spot because he's my Nassau County executive.
Yeah.
He's on 77 WABC with Sid once every Thursday morning. I tune in. It's perfect. It's when I'm driving the kids to school. The great Bruce Blakeman. And they brought that up. So Sands did pull out. But apparently, according to Bruce, I didn't research this on my own, Sands is basically getting away from brick and mortar casinos and going all online. They even closed their casino in Vegas.
No kidding.
So it has nothing to do with the dimwits in Garden City who put signs on their lawn saying, say no to the casino. And
But they're celebrating today, probably.
And the president of Hofstra University who is celebrating.
And Kellenberg High School is celebrating.
Yeah, who doesn't realize they'd probably build an arena with the casino and they could have big sporting events there and people can get jobs and it brings revenue to the county and, short-sighted.
So let's just take a step back. It doesn't necessarily bring revenue to the county as much as it cannibalizes revenue from other small businesses in the county. Nobody's coming to Hempstead to go on vacation and go to Las Vegas.
That's true.
It's going to be the family that was going to go to Vincent's Clam Bar is not going to go to Vincent's Clam Bar now and is going to go gambling instead. Let alone the type of people that will typically go to gambling places like casino. Listen, you're not going to have a classy act. It's going to be machines and slot machines and video poker. It's a disaster.
It's Jake 58.
Yeah, look what Jake's 58 is doing. They're building another one next to it.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, and it's not helping the county. It's cannibalizing the small businesses that are there.
Did you have a sign on your lawn against this as well, Bob?
I would have. If I had a vote, I would. I don't think anybody in Nassau County should have a right to vote because they've been so stupid with their choices with this Coliseum over the last 10 or 15 years. Wang should have been able to do it.
Well, I agree.
That's what's funny. Wang had this great vision for
He had the vision,
redoing that whole Coliseum.
It would have been gorgeous.
They're going to put they're going to put something there. So whatever they put there, or if Wang put there, that would have taken away from small businesses in some way.
Well, I think Wang was going to center it around the Islanders.
All right. Okay.
And which is what.
So what's the difference between centering around the Islanders or centering around gambling and how it affects Vincent's Clam Bar?
Well, because Vincent's Clam Bar, you used to go there before the Islanders. It actually helped.
Right.
Vincent's.
So, like, if he would have built the new place, it would have had restaurants, so you wouldn't have gone to Vincent's anymore. You would have went there and ate.
Or maybe Vincent's would have moved there.
And they probably, if Vincent was savvy enough, he would have made that plan.
Yeah.
And maybe he will with the
Could have had
casino.
Two Vincents. They could have been two Vincents.
So there's, listen, it creates opportunity. Right now, it's a dead space in the middle of Nassau County. It's got to be something.
I'm not saying it shouldn't be something. I'm saying that Las Vegas Sands was not going to improve anything.
I don't think it was going to make it worse.
It could have. I mean, if it's cannibalizing all the surrounding small businesses and is not necessarily bringing new.
I don't know.
I think it would have brought.
I'm going to disagree.
I think the Starbucks, the McDonald's, the Chipotle that are right across the street probably would have done better.
And I'm like me, right? I don't know. I don't gamble. I would not go in there. I wouldn't stop going to the businesses I usually go to. And the people that are going to gamble probably don't have.
I think
People
this
that are gambling probably don't have money to spend.
I think this idea of casinos bringing in bad people is such an old, outdated thing.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Like they're like I don't know. I've never been to Jake's 58, but like
I have.
every time I go by there, the entire parking lot is full, and I can't imagine they're all derelicts. Like who's there? There's probably some. I'm sure there's derelicts there.
I think it's mastic people. I think they might be derelicts there, but that's okay. I don't know if you're going to get that in Nassau.
Absolutely going to get it in Nassau, and having it outside of a high school and a university, I don't think it's appropriate.
All right. So is it taken away from the local businesses, or is it inappropriate, or is it both?
Both. I mean, you add all of the things together.
But what are you more? You seem to be more on the inappropriate side because you're okay with developing the property.
I suppose. I don't have a problem with development.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying to depress the area so that the existing businesses can do well. And listen, I didn't make up the opinion. I listened to somebody else and I just regurgitated.
No, I get it too. So it's what we all do.
And in fact,
But you're a smart guy. You think about it.
It was indisputable that it was going to cannibalize the local businesses, which in their agreement with Nassau County, they put a number on what they thought they were going to take, and were going to regurgitate that back into the government to try and balance it.
I mean,
but nobody was able to establish whether or not that was a reasonable number.
I mean, coming up with that number is impossible.
That's the point. But they
Right.
knew it was
So,
there.
but people will use
knew
that.
it was there.
The government will use that as leverage to take money from a corporation.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at it that way, but at the same time, you also could look at it like the government knows that they're not doing what's in the best
Right.
interest of everybody.
Well, the person who doesn't have a job today and gets a job as a security guard there benefits from it. So, like, this is all the bullshit that people talk about in boardrooms and negotiations, which I'm sure is just half fake, half real. It's
a show.
It's a
like
show,
GarCast,
right?
except
Yeah.
professional.
And I'm okay that you don't like that it would be there. I get it.
And I'm not dead set against it. It's not like I would change my citizenship. It's just my opinion. And if
I just get more with the
that's
lawn
fine.
signs. I lived it like in a couple of years here in Floral Park. The same people had the no third track signs on their lawn, and then the same people had the no. I don't even remember what the signs were. The no arena for the UBS, and it's just the NIMBY, the not in my backyard thing.
Right.
I get it. If it was something that I really didn't want near me, I guess. But like in the end, you can do nothing about it. I mean, maybe there's some powerful people in Garden City that can. There is a lot of money there, but like for the most part, like if Cuomo wanted to put in a third track, he was going to do it, and guess what? He did. If everybody in is going to benefit, not us, the big wigs and all that shit for developing a state-owned property right next to Floral Park with a UBS arena, it's going to happen, right? So I don't know.
It kind of remind me of when I was in the mobile industry, and you'd have everybody in like a neighborhood complaining that the cell service was horrible, and you're like, all right, we're going to put up this cell tower here, and you guys will all get covered. They're like, no, we don't want a cell tower here, though. I'm like, well, guess what?
Yeah,
Then you can't have freaking phone service.
People used to be scared of that. I do remember that.
Well, that was how COVID spread, was over the 5G, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I recall.
Well, I mean, people move to a place, and I'm included in that. I move to a place that I like, and I don't want it to change.
Yeah, no, I
That's
get
the
it.
way it is. So I don't like a lot of people, and I don't need to be a security guard. So I don't want to have that in my backyard. I'm that guy.
Reminds me of season 1, episode 3 of The Last of Us.
You just watched it, didn't you?
When Bill admits that he was happy when this thing came and everyone either died or left, and he was finally able to just live alone and enjoy his life.
I'm him.
Well, I think we all have a little bit of that.
A little bit.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, we got some good news. We're going to do some emails,
Oh, what's our new sponsor?
and we're going to present here from our new sponsor a little commercial, and I thank them for
This is
participating.
amazing. Great work, Gar, getting a sponsor.
Try my best.
This flat tire.
Can you hear it?
Man,
Shh.
when there's no man around.
Spooky.
When there's no man around,
This is Den Bob's commercial.
Goodyear should be. Why? Watch this.
Oh, that's a booby trap.
New Goodyear Double Eagle carries its own spare inside.
That was put there by a rapist?
Lifeguard safety spare. A tire in a tire.
You don't need a man.
Keeps on
Do
going.
they still make those? Why don't I have
Next
those?
time,
I don't know.
give her a second.
Look how happy
Like
she
this
is.
commercial.
I'm going to go rush to the store and buy myself some Double Eagles.
I love it. I'm going to get new tires. I'm going to go Goodyear.
That was awesome. I'm sold.
That was amazing.
I am sold. All right, well,
So, with that, we got
emails
emails.
brought to you by Goodyear and the Double Eagle.
Goodyear, thank you. Oh, that's awesome.
All right, this email was received way back on April 9th
Whoa.
from a reinvigorated loyal listener, Rob O'Donoghue. Good morning, guys. Where is the call-in number? I checked twice this week, and it still shows the error 404 code. Also, I saw the Fraud Trost outing is back in Brooklyn this year. Yeah, it is. We're not happy about that, but of course I have to go, Rob. Would you like to come? Join me. It's the Friday of the Malloy Golf outing.
I was actually working on our phone number yesterday, believe it or not, and I don't. So I'm trying to do it through Google Voice,
I know you'll make it happen.
and I think because it needs you to give a phone number that you have, like your own phone number, and I think because my number originally was a Google Voice, it's probably in their database,
Yeah.
and they probably don't think it's a real number. They probably never updated their records. We've seen that before in the telecom industry. So I may end up trying to use one of your numbers.
I do
Maybe
work
I'll
for
let
a
you know.
I do work for a phone company. Should I hijack a number and just point it somewhere?
Oh, you could do that.
Yes, I
I
could.
could give you. I wrote down the numbers if we wanted to do the word GarCast. It's 427 2278.
Send me some information. Let me see if I can make something happen.
All right, let's see what you can do, Mike. That would be great.
Fantastic.
Just put a voicemail box on it, and we're rolling.
All right, let's see what we can do.
All right.
All right, next email. That looks like spam. Wow, for 3 weeks we only got 2 emails. All right.
Maybe that's why we don't have sponsors anymore.
Well, now we're gonna get. If people send more emails if you want sponsorship, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
This one was from last Friday, so we're back on track. April 18th. Is it safe to send this week, or will you be on hiatus again? Well, you sent it Friday night, so anyway, it would be for this week. Perfect. Greetings, Garmigos. Does absence make the heart grow fonder? Guess we'll know based upon how many emails you get this week. Apparently nobody missed this.
It's not.
I like the slipper sock croc discussion. Oh, good. You're welcome. No socks is so gross. What do you mean, no socks? Like how?
Like
in
going barefoot in the shoe.
the shoe. Croc, though, no sock is okay. Yeah. Slip-on Keds were a huge issue back in the day. Terrible. They needed to be left in the garage. I, too, am a fan of the quick run to the mailbox in socks. Nice. But the disappointment of stepping on a damp spot on the driveway is the worst. It is the worst. Like I say, if I am out there and I know there was rain, I'll try to go tippy-toes to minimize.
Minimize the contact.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, the out of Suffolk County shoe rule espoused by Mr. Denbob is solid. What was that again? Out of Suffolk County shoe rule? I know we were talking about shoes. What the hell is she talking about?
Out of Suffolk County shoe rule.
Out of Suffolk.
See, that's what happens. 2 weeks between casts.
Now, this was last week. Let's see. Maybe she gives more hints. Lucky for Gar, he can always wear all of his shoes in the house since they won't travel out of Suffolk. Oh, like you were saying on the subway? You won't wear...
right,
yeah. I
right.
got you. Right,
I walk
sorry.
on the subway, those shoes...
All right. No, that makes sense. Since road trips don't count because they are not making contact with the ground in the 5 boroughs. Okay.
Correct.
What about when you retire the commuter shoes? What do you do when you retire your shoes from the
I
city?
toss them. I don't even donate them.
Burn them.
That's it.
Burn them.
They go in the same plastic bag that you'd put a dead animal in.
Well, just leave them on the train and take them off.
I don't think there's any homeless people that would fit in my shoes.
What about that little midget that Rebecca took a picture of?
Yeah, he
Could
might.
use them. I'll give them to Rebecca to hand them.
Little folk.
Can you walk around outside, do some yard work, and then potentially reintroduce them into the lower floor of the house? No, can't do that.
No, because they're typically dress shoes. So the shoes I commute in are typically...
Yeah, but you'd be like an old Italian man, like wearing the high socks and the dress shoes around the yard.
Horrible.
Great grandpa Di Felice used to do that.
He did.
He was the best.
White T-shirt, white
White
beater. Yep. Black socks.
Never kitchen, bathrooms, or bedrooms, but if not muddy, can they be reintegrated or spoiled forever? They're spoiled forever, Rebecca. Get over it. God, they're done. Regarding driving barefoot or barefoot car etiquette, I find it so gross when you drive by someone and they have their bare foot out the window.
I've never seen that.
I've seen passengers
with their
pass.
feet on the dashboard, but never.
I've seen the out the window, but not by the driver.
By the
That's
driver?
very flexible.
I guess Tesla drivers can do that.
They can. Yuck. Or the feet on the dashboard that then fog up the windshield. You
Yeah,
see
I
that
hate
sometimes too. Yeah.
I hate that.
As an aside, legs up on the dashboard is a recipe for terrible injury in a crash.
Very good point.
I always yell at
Very
I do
good.
yell at the kids for that.
Yep.
Final thought / question. With all the GAR seniors making their decisions, what do you think is the proper thing to do with regard to the other schools where the kid was admitted? That's a good question, but isn't going. Should the kid formally withdraw their application? Or let the waitlisted kids wait until after May 1st to possibly get accepted? I feel like I asked you guys something about this years ago before I was in the game, so I'll go to you guys first. Gar.
I don't know what Maria is doing. If she
Well,
asked
you
me.
have 2 older kids who've been through this.
I don't know what they did either. But I would assume we just let it go. We don't answer. We just let it go.
Den Bob, you've now changed.
really concerned.
You changed
Not
your name.
concerned.
I see.
If
Good.
it was me, I would have replied no if that actually happened, which it didn't. But I don't think my.
I don't know
kids
if you want to close the door completely, though. What if you
I don't
change your
think they
mind?
closed the door.
I would not want to close the door just in case something happens.
Yeah.
And the things that could possibly happen is all of a sudden you get your housing, and it's a disaster.
Yeah, they tell you can't. You got to live on the far west campus, 2 hours
Exactly
away.
Right.
Right.
And you know you're going to have this shit show of a year.
Right.
And then you know
There's
that's
a
big impact.
there's a list of things that it could.
And the schools know. I mean, they base how many kids they accept based on years past, how many kids actually do accept. So
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
Right. And the kids that are going to wait are stringing another school along as well.
That's right.
The kids who are on the wait list, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they've.
You know what? Be selfish. Look out for yourself, and that's
I
it.
think there's nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with it. I did when Ryan was. The one thing Ryan did do was with the coaches for
that's
swimming.
different. Yep.
She did say, I have made a decision. I really appreciate everything you've done for me, that kind of thing, just to the coaches.
That makes sense. That's like not accepting a job offer. in my
Right, but
opinion.
didn't withdraw from the school just in case. It could have gone back to that coach and been like, hey.
I'm back.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Stay Garific, LLRG. Thank you, Rebecca. No other emails at this time.
Okay.
Thank you to Goodyear.
Thank you, Goodyear.
Thank you, Goodyear.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Goodyear.
Did
I
you
love the
see?
commercial too. That was
Did you
great.
see the amazing photos of Sue and Guar together again?
Oh, what the
That
hell?
was so fun.
Was
For
that
those
the
of you who are
best?
not on the Discord, please join.
Out of nowhere, Sunil visits Dayton.
That was great.
So I happened to be in the Fernwood when those photos came in with Mike. So we immediately FaceTimed Sunil, and those 2 crazy kids answered, and we had a nice conversation.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of just yelling back and forth, like ah.
I loved it.
It
It was great to see.
It was beautiful. I did invite Sunil to join me to watch Forest on Monday,
Oh,
but he turned me down. He said he might be meeting a woman after work, and I said, well,
okay.
I see where I stand.
Yes, I would put you below a woman as well. So
I mean,
I put a woman on
Depending
top
on
of
the
you.
woman.
hey now, whoa,
Let's go.
ho, hey, ho.
Any thoughts on the draft this evening?
Today is the draft.
or this weekend?
It's a good sports day. Draft
It is.
and a Knick game.
Knicks, are they playing tonight?
Yeah, during the draft.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. 'Cause the draft kind of like gets pretty slow. You can put that up on your tablet while you're watching the Knicks game.
I
or
enjoy,
whatever.
like the first 20 picks.
Any hopes for the Jets, or you don't care? Just don't fuck it up. I mean,
Draft the biggest, fattest, athletic, black or Samoan guy you can. It's my rule.
that
Big
works.
Black and Samoan.
Or it doesn't have
Offensive
to be
line
both.
would be good, right?
Yeah, I love linemen. Big fan of linemen. That being said, if the Jets decided to take Ty Warren from that shitty program, Penn State, it'd be kind of cool because that guy's amazing. That's his
tight
name,
end?
right? The tight end?
Yeah.
He's a freak.
He is, and it would be fun, but I don't think that would be their. I don't think that's their choice.
It would be cool.
It would be fun, and then
he-
we might as well have some fun because everything else with them is terrible.
Come on now.
Come on.
It's going to be a good year. You're not going to watch them, and they're going to do great. Stop putting the Mets on.
How? Now let's talk.
I
about
ignored your note yesterday.
Did you watch them yesterday? Did they lose?
I did, and it was awesome.
That's how hot they are right now. They're
Yeah,
defying the
I can't even
Denver.
get in the way.
Another clutch win
That
yesterday.
I mean, like maybe if I didn't watch, it would not have even gone to extra innings.
Don't start taking. Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
I'm the one that brought it to drama.
Huge crowd there yesterday. I was tempted. I had seen the day before that it was a 1:15 game, and tickets were $15. I was like, oh, man,
Wow.
that would have been a nice day to be at the park yesterday.
Yeah.
Looked gorgeous. They have a nice off day today. Yeah, they're doing well. Knicks got a win tonight,
Ugh, big win tonight.
and I'm sure nobody's watching Devils hockey. I don't know what they're doing.
I tune in. Carolina's, dude. Every year
They're a solid playeoff team every year.
They're one of the best playoff teams. They're they just play like Brindamore, and it's just brutal. Like any game you have with them in the playoffs is going to be a fight.
So maybe the Islanders should call him and offer him anything he wants.
Oh, I like him. What the hell's this dog doing behind
Hey,
me?
Bo.
We have the Cal Clutterbuck retirement. Speaking of
It was the best retirement, wasn't it?
That
You
was
get these
really
guys
fun.
on crying. He's like, I don't even know what to do. I was
Yo,
at the Masters this
What the hell
week.
did Matt Martin cry for? That was so soft.
Oh,
Boomer
did it
was
for his wife.
Boomer was not happy about that. I don't know if
did
you
it for
heard
his
that.
wife. He said Sid's gonna be. She wants to know why it'll show emotion, and then he got
Yeah.
emotional.
Boomer was like, "Yeah, Matt cried." And then they played the Mike Schmidt retirement speech. You ever hear that? No one's ever cried
Was
harder.
he one of the worst ones?
Yeah, it's like world famous. It's pretty
Ugh,
ridiculous.
Mike. I
Oh,
probably
Mike.
do remember it. I just don't recall it off the top of my head. So
Right. What do you got? What do you guys get this weekend?
it's gonna rain. I'm gonna try to build some floating shelves.
Because they're gonna float in the rain?
No,
I don't understand. What?
I think made of wood. They probably could.
Wow, Bosco, what are you gonna build to float in the rain?
Let's see. I'm golfing on Friday afternoon.
Oh,
Saturday, I'll probably in the rain, just hunker down, hang out in the house, recover. I've had a rough couple of weeks.
oh, sorry, pal.
I may have some rough waters ahead as well.
Oh,
Alright.
all right, bud.
So I'm
T's,
gonna hunker
T's and
down
P's or
prepare.
T's anyway.
Hunker down, pal. Yeah, I gotta
Hunker
work.
down.
I gotta work a swim meet tomorrow night, Saturday. I gotta knock the dust off my soccer coaching skills. The head coach can't be there this Saturday morning at 9 in Plainview. I'm in charge.
Oh,
You
okay.
gonna put the diamond defense into effect?
I might just start off with a Diamond D just as a tribute.
Yeah. do it.
I'm not gonna give the girls positions. I'm just gonna give them points in the diamond.
A shape. Give them a shape.
And then I got to officiate a swim meet Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. And then Monday morning, we're going to drive to Montauk, turn the water on.
I'll
Start of
tell
a new
you,
season.
Oh, finally.
It is amazing how fast your weekends open up when the kids are gone. So
Oh, you're depressed. Look how sad he is.
I'm not going to say I hate it. I like it.
All right.
You know, the weekends where you have a no-hitter and there's nothing on the calendar, phenomenal.
That's wild. That's going to happen to me one day.
A little while
It's
ago,
going to be
but
it's going to be something. And then we'll have one more GarCast. Well, I may be broadcasting from Philadelphia next week. I have to go
Right.
for work Tuesday and Thursday.
And then
Okay.
you have a big trip, don't you?
Well, then I have. We're gonna get busy here. So we've got Philadelphia / Bluebell, Pennsylvania, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Binghamton alumni rugby game weekend next weekend. Then I'm home for a week, and then El Salvador on May 12th.
Good
And
stuff.
we will be doing a GarCast, maybe from El Salvador. Maybe I will be home Thursday. We'll see. We shall
We'll see
see.
what's happening.
I might have to do it just to say we did. I'll do it in
How long are
Spanish.
you going for?
Quick hit. Monday to Thursday morning.
Whoa, that's a quick hit.
Yeah, my boss wanted to go quick. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, you do what you got to do, you know?
Whatever. He was
I'll be in
afraid.
Columbus next weekend for graduation.
Amazing.
Crazy, right? We're going to be doing Columbus trips a lot now, apparently, with Maria there. We get, with the boys, we didn't get to do this. We got orientation this summer. We already booked our Airbnb for that.
Well, it's different because, like Bosco's experiencing, you're going to have nobody at home. No
It's just going to be
response.
Nick. And Nick's like the best housemate ever.
Well, you're
He
not.
never
Nick
comes
doesn't need you to
upstairs.
attend, like, kids' events. Nick's
No,
an
we're
adult.
done. We're
Right.
so done.
Maybe you and Den Bob could spend more time together on these weekends.
Maybe we go put signs on people's lawns. Not
We
in my
can
neighborhood.
Convince people of what's right for them.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Apparently, according to Guar, everything that's being done for us now is wrong. So, I don't know. Might put a sign on my lawn.
Put it on.
Nah, that's what the Discord's for. No signs on my lawn. I will just put things on the Discord in the safe space.
Dog, trying to dig a hole in
I got a new
fucking
phone, and my
file.
Twitter app won't work on my new phone,
Oh,
and I think it's a good thing.
you do love your X. I love X, but
You may have seen a lot less from me in the Live Free or Die channel, and it's not because I'm just satisfied that Trump's president and I don't give a shit about anything anymore and don't need to get involved. It's a little bit of that, but Twitter doesn't work on my phone.
what a great article too on the sim we're living in, huh? From Barstool.
That was
Sports
awesome. I mean, I couldn't have said any of that better myself.
It's amazing.
And the Pope. Should we talk about the Pope before we go?
Pope's dead.
Rest
Rest
in
in
Pope's
peace.
dead.
You had him on your death pool list. Congratulations. You got a hit.
Oh, it was the Pope that I had? Smart I am. I knew. I kind of had a tip. My brother-in-law is a holy roller. You should see the things he's putting on Facebook. You got to look at that thing I sent last night. It was from him, where I put it in Garnation because that's where BMO was posting all his Pope stuff. It's a real. I don't know who put this together, but it's approved by my holy roller brother-in-law. It's posted last night. The College of Cardinals Report.com, and you go to it, and it's got. Oh, can I share material? Wait, let's use the new feature here. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta find you guys again. So watch this, Bosco. We could do this now. We forgot I was gonna share the emails.
Yeah. Damn. Well, get used to this.
That's all right. Check this out.
New world.
Always
So
improving.
this is good because people aren't on the Discord could see
You guys
this.
should make a thread for your Pope stuff
Yeah, I think I will.
because it'll go away after a little while.
All right. So you see this? Look at that, Bosco. How about that?
I love it. Love it.
So you go to this. You can read about the conclaves, but then it's got all 252 cardinals. You could check these little sliders here. I don't know what they mean, but they're all here. Apparently, there's cardinals that don't vote, Bosco. I didn't know that.
I didn't know either.
They're like cardinal emeritus, those kind of guys.
Oh.
Like they're probably been deemed to have Alzheimer's.
Retired.
Right. But then you can click on like each dude. Oh, there's more than one Filipino. Tells you where they're from, what continent. I guess they think stupid people are going to be on here and they wouldn't know what continent each one of these countries. This is probably for, sure pronunciation.
Well, don't they have when I was looking at the odds on Polymarket, they talk about the continent they're from, so it must be a big deal.
Okay. It tells you which pope. This term is interesting, right? Not who appointed them, who created them.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Whoa.
Almost like a severance.
Yeah.
They were created.
Right. The age, which is important, right? And then position, emeritus or diocese, I guess that means voting. But then you can just pick one of these dudes and, for example...
See how they voted last time?
Well, yeah, it'll tell you... So this guy's 92. No way. Oh, he's not voting. That's boring. All right, let's get somebody who maybe is in the running here.
Isn't there a cardinal in America that you can click on that we know? What's the name of the cardinal in the city?
Yeah, Dolan. Yeah, let's see. We got to go down to D. Let's go to... We know about him, though. I wanted to show you some features it's got here. So, let's go to a guy we don't know. Let's go to...
Go to this guy on the bottom. He's 65. Chow Sao Yan.
Oh, interesting, because he's from China, right? There's been a lot of talk about maybe an Asian pope.
Okay.
And, let's see. So you click on him. Look at him. Oh, Bosco, looks like somebody should be in your corner.
Oh, the pop-out's not shared.
Oh, no. I got to reshare?
Yeah.
I got to stop. Okay, hold on. We're learning, folks.
Maybe
We're learning. Hold on.
You might want to do... Well, you could do screen.
I got it.
Separate
I got
screen.
it. Nope. That ain't it. Here he is. Okay. So Stephen Chow, you got him?
Oh,
Got him.
All right.
Handsome
So it tells you about. It gives you a little summary about him, where he's born.
Hong Kong.
Of course, he studied in the U.S. Went to
Oh, Harvard. Maybe he knows BMO.
Oh,
he might know BMO. But then it'll give you what did I see last night? Where was that? Let me just scroll down here. So education, assignments. Oh, on the phone it was a little different. It got into where he stood on certain things.
Key data?
Well, here's what I like this. What are the critics saying? They say he's been too eager to give concessions to Beijing. He's out. He's out right
boy.
there. Maybe conflating the Chinese people with the Chinese Communist Party regime. So really, if all these cardinals can just come in here before they vote. And, yeah.
You could eliminate a lot of the conclave.
Right.
I mean, this would save a ton of money. Really streamline the process.
Yeah, and his picture is kind of funny. So I encourage everybody to come to this website, collegeofcardinalsreport.com.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Get a thread going for Cardinal or Pope Pick. Pope Pick
Pope Pick?
2025.
You like that? And then it'll be a thread that nobody finds?
Well, because, only the people that care about it are going to go look, right? And it'll give you a place, instead of looking in 5 different channels like we are now, you could all go in one spot.
Oh, check this. Wait, I got to share one more. I found this guy last night. He's Ukrainian, so, I don't know if we want that guy in, right?
Why not? Ukrainian to people too.
But check him out. You got to see his getup. He doesn't wear normal cardinal getup.
What does he wear?
Looks like he's from. Looks like he's
wearing a jumpsuit like the president.
He looks like he's a Jedi. Check him out.
I don't think JD would approve of that.
So what's interesting? He's in Australia. He's the Eparch of St. Peter's and Paul of Melbourne of the Ukrainians. So he was smart. He got the hell out of Ukraine. He's living in Australia, living the life.
It looks like a good candidate. He's pretty smart.
He's only 45. Holy crap! Imagine we get a 45-year-old pope.
You can't have a young pope like that because
that would be nuts. He could be a pope for like 50 years.
Yeah, that would be bad.
50 years.
I think I'm gonna. Oh, 40. How did he become a cardinal at 45?
I don't know. Is that rare?
Yeah.
Well, because in Ukraine maybe they just didn't have anybody that would do it. I don't know.
Let's see.
Or did he become a cardinal? Where did he become a cardinal?
Here you go. We got it right here. Pope Francis created. Remember, he created Bychok a cardinal on December 7, 2024. So he's only been a cardinal for a few months. This would be like right out of the movies, making him the youngest cardinal at that time. I'm going to call him Bychok. Bychok expressed his surprise and excitement regarding this honor, emphasizing that he represents not just a personal accolade, but a recognition of the entire Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church and its community in Australia. Wow, 45. He speaks Ukrainian and several other languages. Let's see. He communicates in English and Polish.
He should.
All right. Well, that's weird. 45. So you poke around his website, you can find lots of interesting things. I encourage you to dive in. And the sharing feature on here is great.
Who's in the chat in Discord right now?
Some maniac. Let's see.
Oh, then Bob, what are you doing in the Discord chat?
I was trying to join.
I just got a text message, not a Discord, an actual text message from loyal listener Andy Shaw, who's out hunting the Massachusetts serial killer.
Oh.
Luckily, I think most of the deaths have been over by Springfield, northwest, away from Andy and Bemos.
Andy just put that big paw and arm around him and choke him out. Game over.
He wrote to me, for the record, the voicemail didn't work. Is he talking about the same thing Rob was?
Yeah, it sounds like.
What voicemail?
telephone
Oh.
number.
The actual number that was there.
I think we need. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah. All right, let's get that number going, Mike.
He's just supporting. He's supporting Rob. Rob probably texted him and said, "Chime in on this. We need the number back."
We
for
need
God's
help.
sakes.
We need help.
We're crying out loud.
And now we'll be able to play it here, right on the GarCast live. This is amazing. It's worked out very well on here.
Yeah. Oh, good job.
Hopefully the editing is as simple as it seems. So we shall see.
All right.
Anything else?
Wait. Let me just see if Andy texted back. Yeah. No.
Oh.
He's confirming. Yep. We just discussed. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Andy's causing dead air here. Andy, damn it.
Damn it. There's a button I can press that says get rid of dead air.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Whoa.
I think if we paid, we could actually get like AI created clips.
I can't imagine what
produce.
this does if you pay for it.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a complete dupe and
No, it does, dude. It keeps a transcript and everything. It could actually help us create clips that we'd want to go put on Instagram, but you know.
This is where we take
could
off.
us, so
season one was practice for the real thing.
I mean, like, we got Goodyear. Could you imagine who's going to be next?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, that was a big
We shall
catch.
see. We
Yeah.
shall see.
Maybe I'll go talk to the Domino's guys that I dropped a lot of money on at the junior prom and see if we can get Domino's.
All right.
All right, until next time, be Gar-rific.
Gar out.
Have a great day.
Let's go Forest of the FA Cup semi!
I pledge allegiance to the family of the United GarCast of the Discord, and to the Montana commune that we will all meet up at when humanity finally craps the bed. One Gar Nation, under God, or thoughts, with a vow to be excellent to one another, and to always follow that one simple rule: don't be a dick. Gar pluribus unum.
God bless America, everybody.
God bless you.
That is
all.
awesome. Love us now. See ya!